Hello everyone. So today we will discuss about nitric oxide signaling. What is nitric oxide signaling and why it is important? So nitric oxide is a gaseous signaling molecule that is termed as an endothelium derived relaxation factor (EDRF). Acts as an important signaling messenger molecule, and it is involved in various processes such as neurotransmission, inflammation, immune responses, and various vascular homeostasis. So it is a key regulator for cardiovascular function that helps in vasodilation. What is vasodilation? So vasodilation is a relaxation of smooth muscles surrounding the endothelial cells, and it increase the blood flow. Now we will discuss that how nitric oxide causes vasodilations. So here you can see that role of nitric oxide in vasodilation. So first there is a neural signal that possesses the signals, and those signals are released in the surface, and there is endothelial cells, and this is smooth muscles. So those endothelial cells contains GPCR receptor, that is surface receptor. So this GPCR receptor causes the activation of adenylyl cyclase, and this adenylyl cyclase activates CAMP, converts ATP to CAMP, that is cyclic adenine monophosphate. So this CAMP then activates protein kinase A. This mechanism will be further discussed in GPCR mechanisms. So after activation of protein kinase A, it activates the nitric oxide synthase. Now what is nitric oxide synthase? Nitric oxide synthase is a homodimeric heme containing enzyme. It is a homodimer, and it contains heme that has an N-terminal oxygenase domain, which is linked via a calmodulin binding sequence to a C-terminal reductase domain. So NOS, that is nitric oxide synthase, is a homodimeric heme containing enzyme that contain N-terminal oxygenase domain. This N-terminal oxygenase domain is linked via a calmodulin binding sequence to a C-terminal reductase domain. Here we can see that NOS converts arginine. Arginine is normally present in endothelial cells. So this arginine is converted by the nitric oxide synthase into citrulline and nitric oxide in the presence of molecular oxygen and NADPH. So this conversion leads to the supply of nitric oxide in the smooth muscle cells. We can see there smooth muscles are there, and this nitric oxide, which is formed by nitric oxide synthase from arginine, it then supplied to the smooth muscles, and this nitric oxide when move on to the smooth muscles, they activate guanylyl cyclase. Those smooth muscles already has intracellular guanylyl cyclase, and those like that adenylyl cyclase, guanylyl cyclase also activates CGMP, cyclic guanine monophosphate. So the CGMP then again activates protein kinase G. Here you can see that protein kinase G, and this protein kinase G helps in the activation in the relaxation of smooth muscles, and thus vasodilation occurs. After the vasodilation, the mechanisms are completed. Thus nitric oxide is an key regulator for vasodilation, especially in cardiovascular functioning. Now we will discuss that how these mechanisms, the formation of nitric oxide, these mechanisms are regulated. If there is a conversion of adenylyl cyclase to CAMP, and there is conversion of guanylyl cyclase to GAMP, so this conversion will leads to the formation of more and more GAMP, and there is more and more nitric oxide, so there is always vasodilations. There is no vasoconstrictions, that is the blood flow never decreases. So that's why the formation of CGMP and CAMP is regulated by phosphodiesterase enzyme. This phosphodiesterase enzyme gets activated, and then it converts CAMP to AMP and CGMP to GMP, which leads to the degradation of CAMP and CGMP, and thus the nitric oxide formation becomes stopped. And this nitric oxide signaling nitric oxide has short half-life. So due to short half-life, it survives for a few seconds. Some disease condition where these nitric oxides are used as a therapy. So nitroglycerin is a vasoactive drug that is used to treat angina pectoris. In angina pectoris patient, nitroglycerin is used as a vasoactive drug that is a source of nitric acid, fine source of nitric acid, and it helps acts through the release of nitric oxide and activation of this guanylyl cyclase. When the nitric oxide forms, it activates the intracellular guanylyl cyclase, and it helps in vasodilations. and increases blood flow towards the heart. So, like nitroglycerin, there is another cardiovascular therapy is Viagra. Here in Viagra, here sildenafil is used that enhances the effects of nitric oxide by increasing the amount of CGMP in the cells. And finally, it causes the vasodilation continuously. As this sildenafil is a phosphodiesterase 5 inhibitor, and it inhibits the phosphodiesterase and enhances the production of CGMP continuously. It is also used as a therapy in erectile dysfunction and pulmonary hypertension. So this is the nitric oxide signaling, and thus nitric oxide is an important factor that helps in vasodilation, and these are useful in therapy also, in cardiovascular therapy, in cardiovascular function regulator also.